So if you're going to choose a cigar, you would first of all want to decide how long you're going to be smoking for. The flavour and intensity of the tobacco will change through the whole length of the cigar. Ideally, you would smoke it close to the end, so there's little point in choosing a very large cigar if you know you only have a short time to smoke it. So we have one of the most popular sizes here, which is a Petit Corona, which will last for perhaps 45 minutes, up to one of the largest that's commonly available, which is a double Corona, which could last anything up to 2 hours for the average smoker. Beyond the time that it's going to take to smoke, you would consider what you're going to be enjoying with the cigar. So if it's going to be following a heavy meal, then you would want a full-bodied cigar. If you're drinking a lighter style of drink, you might want something that's relatively medium-bodied. Or if you're having, for example, a very heavy whiskey, something that's very oily, then you might want something a little more full-bodied to stand up to that. If you were selecting a cigar and you weren't sure if it hadn't come from your own humidor, then it's quite easy to test the quality of it in terms of how the cigar will smoke by simply squeezing the length of the cigar gently. And if it's in good smoking condition, it should be slightly springy to the touch. Whereas if it was a little more rigid and firm, then that's usually an indication that the cigar's dried out somewhat and will probably burn quite harshly when you're smoking it. To take an extreme case of that, apparently in Cuba, when a cigar has just been taken from the torcedor's desk, the conditions are such that when the very fresh tobacco is rolled into a cigar, you can squeeze the cigar so firmly that your fingers will almost meet, and yet it will spring back into normal shape, the straight-sided shape of the cigar, which is just an indication that the cigar is very fresh indeed.